bit of a day, a bit of a walk so far. So I think we're in high spirits. So when we're talking about the Global Education Summit, this is definitely one of the most important and hot topics in today's world, basically. So when I think about this topic, I think about a couple of our philosophers, our saints, our great person, you know. First of all, what comes to my mind is Swami Vivekananda's one famous line, which is in Sanskrit, like Srindantu Vishya Amrita Suputra Aje Thamani Divyani Tashmu. Means what? It's about education. The thing you do, the thing you act, and thing you try to accomplish it should be the main goals of any human being. So you think good, act good, do good, good will happen to you. So, and that comes from the basic education. That comes from the philosophy. That comes from your upbringing, how you are being brought up, how you are growing, your surroundings. Everything counts and accounts for your future development and the way you're going to impact the society. So for me personally, I moved to US like 14 years ago, and being an engineering graduate, what have been trying to do is I work for various companies on and off for 11 years, and then you realize, okay, it's time to make a change, it's time to give something back to the society. Because always I remember our greatest freedom fighter, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, says ideal lines, like in this mortal world, everything perishes and will perish, but ideals and dreams do not. One individual may die for his idea, but that idea will, after his death, incarnate itself in 1,000 lives. Which means if you have a good idea, good ideal, and good philosophy, no one can stop you. You will be the winner. But to be just becoming a winner is not the part and parcel of you. It should be some kind of a change that you have to bring in the society. So I started my company, which is an IT company, and then my main idea is to basically engage all our Indian resources, all our Indian people, so that they get jobs. It opened the doors of employment to a lot of people, a lot of young talents, and that has happened over the past couple of years. So I have almost employed like 250 people so far, 150 people controlling operations from US, and 100 people offshore. They're doing the programming work, the development, and lots of other stuff. And also I'm giving opportunity to people who just came out of college, trying to learn something on the job. So now most of the companies, they look for people with experience background, but then if nobody gives them an opportunity to work, to get hands-on experience, then where will the experience come from? So I thought these guys are talented people. They come from various engineering backgrounds, various technical backgrounds, so let's give them an opportunity. So they come, they get trained on several months, and then come up to speed, and finally help me in fulfilling the mission of me, my company, also for the people and by the people at large. So that one I did, and also I've seen a lot of American companies, a lot of other non-American companies doing very well in the market. For example, Netflix, Amazon, they're doing great. So if they can do good, if they can perform well, then why not we do something that will help NRIs in the long run? So I started my digital platform. Before that, I started my production company, filmmaking company, and then I started my digital platform, which means I'm going to make feature films, I'm going to make short films, but again, the goal is basically to grab the talents from India and also the Indians that are living overseas, and then create a fusion between these two hybrids. Basically, you talked about the gene. So gene is what? It's the mutation. It's a stable change of a gene, and such the change condition is inherited by offspring cells. So we do get good, our next generation will do good. We lay the foundation, and that foundation is being picked up by our next generation, so that they do good, and they get the inspiration, motivation, and they pass on those motivation to the further generation, and they can basically do good in the education as well. So when I created my digital channel, what I do is, my idea is, okay, I'm going to do a lot of non-IT stuff. Basically, for example, like making music videos, both in India and in the US. And then making short films, which now currently I'm making another short film along with the feature film. That film is focused on the autism. I run an autism company in India as well. I fund them on a quarterly basis, so that we definitely get enough infrastructure to help autistic children to get to a point where they feel better, where the parents feel satisfied. So I'm making a film on the autism, a short film. It's a 15-minute film which is going to be released sometimes towards the end of May. And then my next movie is going to be released in August 10. The idea of what I'm telling is this film, this movie, everything is like basically all of us together doing this. Means I'm heading a team here in US, and there are persons back in India who are heading the local team there, local production team. So NRI, being an NRI, I'm helping Indians back in India to contribute something which they have been basically planning to do, but for some reason, for some pressure of the society, they were unable to do it. So I'm trying to give them an opportunity to come forward and contribute something to the society. Be it film, non-film, IT, non-IT, doesn't matter. All it needs is their involvement, their passion, and to translate that passion into something more creative, something more genuinely interesting. So those kind of platforms I'm trying to give to everybody. So that's my main motto, that's my main goal, and that comes from the education. If you have a good education, good background, you don't need to be a gold medalist. I'm a bronze medalist, but you don't. I missed the gold, I missed the silver for like a fraction of a GPS, but I didn't mind for that. That's okay. I mean, you don't need to be a gold medalist or a silver medalist or become like a top or 99.99 percentile scoring to do something good. You can be still an average student. Yeah, today actually. So today, yeah. So basically, so no matter, it all depends on your passion. Someone is doing an average in a class doesn't mean that he's not going to do anything. No. The society has changed, the conception has changed, the perception has changed. Things have been evolved into something more realistic in today's world. In archaic ages, we used to think, okay, whoever are the toppers, they're going to get in MIT in Princeton. But I've seen person getting like 90 percentile in GRE, GMAT. They're getting calls from Wharton, from Harvard, from Princeton, from MIT, from Stanford, all the Ivy League schools. They're doing good because they are doing good in other sectors as well, not just, core into the education. They are into the education. They're doing good in sports. They're doing good in politics. They're doing really good in other extracurricular activities. They're doing good in debates. So that's the overall cumulative percentile score for these guys are phenomenal. They're very good, they're very challenging people, and then they're getting admitted to big schools, big universities, big institutes, where they're trying to develop their skills and trying to deliver something more important for them and also for the Indians that are settled in India, basically. And also giving them an opportunity to come here, perform for a month or so, and then they go back, learn the technology here, go back and apply the technology in India to basically develop the infrastructure for the Indian IT sectors and the non-IT sectors, both to a very high level, so that we all feel good that something is happening in India, so that people will think that, okay, they're not lagging behind, they're really good, they are brilliant minds, brilliant talents, young talents, they know their limitations, they can do well, just that you have to give them an opportunity. So that opportunity, I'm kind of stepping up and trying to imbibe that sense of spirit and sense of learning in them so that they can deliver good, they can do good, and really they are doing good. So we are very grateful, and also very grateful to all the delegates from the NRI governing body to organize such a massive thing. This is not an easy thing to organize, to manage. It needs a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance, a lot of hard work, a lot of education as well to manage something like this. And we are all very proud. We are here sharing our knowledge, receiving recognitions only because the NRI Welfare Society has done a great work, great job, and they will continue to do the great job. And my sincere thanks and sincere gratefulness to everybody involved here. And last but not the least, my heartiest thanks goes to my wife and my kids who are here with me, and they have supported me all through this process. They will continue to support me so that I keep doing good for me, for myself, for the organization, company, for NRI Group, also for the NRIs in India. Thank you.